Like and subscribe now, or else she will comes in your dream. AskReddit, what totally obvious scam do people still fall for? Anything where the government is asking for gift cards as payment. US Treasury is funded by iTunes gift cards. Yes, this seems legit. Hold on while I read you my credit card number. Anything where anyone is asking for gift cards. Really? Especially your boss. The websites that lets you bid on expensive shit for cheap prices. MadBids for example. You can bid on a camera for as little as $1, but in reality you always be outbidded by a bot. Until you spend money on the auto-bid credits that lets you automatically outbid the bot. You might end up paying $50 for a $200 camera, but you would have paid $180 in auto bidding credits as well. I'm always utterly baffled by stuff like this. I mean, really? What planet are you on if you think you can get a new iPhone for like £1.50? I wouldn't go as far as to say you deserve to be scammed, but this is your boss. Yes, I'm calling you from a phone that you don't have saved in your contacts. I need you to buy $1,000 in iTunes gift cards and send me photos of the codes through text. Unfortunately, this actually happened at my job yesterday. Happened to me over email. And they asked me to email to their personal address rather than their work email and send the photos. I thought it was weird as heck. But because I thought that it was dodgy as hell, I sent an email back to both the scam email and a partner of the firm, who they were pretending to be, and said it doesn't make sense for me to buy these for you from my city when you can get them from these places in your city. The scammer then got quite aggressive and the company blocked them. Haha. The partner is an older man, so he was very confused. Your computer is infected with 7 virus. Click here to install immediately an antivirus and protect your computer. Had a friend of mine fall for the deployed soldier scam. She paid $8,000 in court-martial fines for this person because they lost their primary weapon. Then came the gold scam. There was a package with stolen Iraqi gold that was being held at the border and she could get it all taken care of for $22,000 or go to jail. That's when she called me. My wife and I looked through everything this person had sent her and figured out the whole thing was fake. The shipping company that was holding the package, the Canadian soldier wearing US Marine gear and badging, the court-martial paperwork, everything. It was kinda fun playing detective. But then we had to break it to her and keep showing her the evidence repeatedly. It took a few weeks of her calling and asking, but what if, before she really got it? All told she was taken for about $20,000. Would have been 40 if she hadn't have called when she did. It was brutal. An exiled Nigerian prince contacted me by email. His royal family has been overthrown by the military who has blocked access to the bank accounts whilst they are in hiding. Fortunately their accountant still can access their wealth. And they desperately need a foreign account to move the money, so it can't be seized by the state until they are safe again. With amazing luck, they chose me in Australia to help them, which I must for the generous offer of 25% of the millions they need to move, as long as I provide my bank details and a scan of my passport just to confirm I'm real. If I don't help, I would never forgive myself. Apparently I'm their last chance as others have failed them, and I'm to keep this just between the prince and I'm probably putting myself and the royal family at risk by discussing it on Reddit, but thought this post worthy of bringing awareness to their plight. I love doing that. I had a guy who kept calling my parents from Microsoft support and I'd say, "Oh, that sounds serious. Do you need my credit card number?" Then I'd proceed to keep giving him the first 8 digits of my actual Visa number, then 7 random digits. He'd keep saying the number was too short, so I'd repeat the process with 7 more random digits. Finally after 10 minutes he started swearing at me for wasting his time. I'm a big fan of offering my credit card number as soon as they start their script, and then just really slowly saying random numbers with like 10 to 15 second pauses in between digits. Then, when I get like 10 digits in, I say, "Oh shit, my bad, that's the wrong number," and start over, and I just keep repeating that process until they hang up on me. We are the eyes. You owe us money and we demand you pay in gift cards. How anyone could continue to believe them once they demand payment in gift cards baffles me. I tricked one of those guys into thinking that I went to Walmart to get them and kept him on the line for like 2 hours as I gave him some codes from the back of used cards that I image searched online, and then convinced him that the Walmart guy must have scammed me or that I was too dumb to have gotten them activated. I guess he thought I might have stolen them or something. Anyway, anytime he tried to put me on hold I freaked out and demanded to tell him my side of the story about why they probably were after me for my taxes. Ended up with him accusing me of being a scammer. Hello, ma'am. I'm calling from the Internal Revenue Service to let you know we've discovered fraudulent activity on your social security number, so we are cancelling it. I received a call saying my social security number was found at a crime scene with drugs and dead bodies. Why the hell would there be a social security number at a crime scene like that? Our former secretary at work fell for this shit through an email scam. She went and bought $500 worth of Google Play cards from CVS. They had to stop her at the store because she was planning on spending $2,000 on them. I had to actually buy $1,000 worth of gift cards for a work event at Target, and 2 different managers were called over to talk to me to try to convince me I was being scammed and not to buy them. It was annoying, but I super appreciate that they do it. I love you. Please send me money so I can visit my dying sister in country name. I know I've only known you 2 weeks online and we've never met in person, and I've called you from 3 different burner phones, but that doesn't mean we don't love each other. I've read a few articles. It amazes me how many people lose thousands because they are lonely. I worked retail. Some lady trying to buy hundreds of dollars worth of Steam cards. Scraggly looking lady in her 50s. Totally Steam's demo. When I asked her why she was buying them, she said, "They're for my boyfriend who lives in Europe. He uses them to call me." I told her they were for buying video games and you can't pay for phone calls with them, and she just didn't believe me. Some people. I almost got catfished last year. I was on POF and this super cute guy messaged me. We start talking for a bit but his spelling and grammar are way off for someone born in the States as he said he was. So I asked him to send me a video of himself. Never heard from him again. Lol. Remember to always keep scammers on the line as long as possible. The more of their time you waste, the less time they have to call an elderly person who would fall for this. I love when these guys call. If I'm not busy, I love to talk to them and make them think I'm following along with them. Put them on hold here and there, tell them I can't find the buttons I'm looking for, act confused and tell them that it turns out I'm on a Mac and I'll go switch to my PC, then repeat. Things like that. Just acting as absolutely computer illiterate as humanly possible. Eventually when we finally get to a point where I would have to do something to compromise my security, I make fun of them and tell them that I know this is a scam. 100% of the time they curse you out and hang up. Sure, it takes some time, but let's be honest, what else am I doing these days? My grandma almost fell for this as well. She got a phone call saying, "Hey grandma, it's your grandson. I'm in jail and I need $2,000 in iTunes cards for my bail." She thought it was my brother. I guess whoever the asshole was sounded like him, and she went out to transfer money at her bank. The bank teller asked her out of curiosity what she needed that much money for, and she told her. The bank teller was a younger woman and realized what was happened and called my mom. My mom stopped her from going through with it and even made my brother call her and assure her he did not get arrested. Sex really does always sell. Even some animals understand the concept of currency and using sex to get what they want. As an example, a zoo did a study whereby they'd given coins to their chimpanzees. The feeders would then trade food for the coins. Within a ridiculously short amount of time, a few of the female chimpanzees had started trading sex for the coins, so they could get more food from the keepers. Shit goes to show, sex sells at all levels. Guy in our village gave his online girlfriend £10k to help her out, but she was rich and would pay him back. She said she'd use the money to come visit him as well. He hasn't heard from her in months and is still convinced she's on her way. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe now.